Hey everybody, Hunter, Fisher, Trapper, Trader, Guide, Scout, and Interpreter, and Country Cook Steve Hall here in Nashville, Tennessee, along with pretty Miss Sheila running the camera tonight. Hi, Sheila.
Hi.
I've got a stock pot here that I got from Sheila's mom. She gave it to me for Christmas about 3 years ago, and I absolutely love it. And what we're going to do today is we're going to make a brine that you can use for all your poultry, your chicken, turkey, duck, whatever. If you brine it overnight, like from 8 to 24 hours, it's perfect. You've got to see what we're going to put in here because you're just going to love this brine. Come check it out. First thing we're going to put in here is a gallon of apple cider. I got this at Kroger's. It was on sale for $3 for each jug. It's so cold and so fresh and so delicious. Let me see, Hayes Orchard Original 100% apple cider. Wow, this stuff tastes so good. I took a sip out of each one of them already. Sorry about that, but I'm going to put in a gallon of this. Then I'm also going to put in a half a cup of apple cider vinegar. Now, don't get them mixed up. This is apple cider and this is apple cider vinegar. So make sure you get apple cider, not apple cider vinegar when you buy the big gallon jug. Now we're going to put in 1 cup of kosher salt. Now I'm going to stir the salt in here a little bit. Just try to get it dissolved. And I didn't want to bore you watching me cut up all the ingredients, so I did it ahead of time. Because all you want to know is how to make this stuff. And I'm going to put all the ingredients in the description box below so you can just copy it and paste it from below the video. I'm not going to make you go to a website to find out how to make it and the recipe and all that stuff. Some of them do that, and I just kind of disagree with that. But now we're going to put in some garlic, about 8 cloves of garlic. And I've got to tell you this. I used to use them little teeny jars about 2 inches high and about a big round, a 50-cent piece, minced garlic. And for some reason, they just don't taste right to me. This stuff is wonderful. And I hate to chop and peel garlic. So this is what I found in the store. I got to show this to you. Garlic in brine. These taste wonderful. I can pick a piece up right now and put it in my mouth and chew it up. It's delicious. Just get garlic and brine in these little jars. End of the problem. Wonderful flavor. And I'm putting in about 8 cloves of that. I'm also going to dump in 2 tablespoons of red pepper flakes. And I want to stir it some more because I just like stirring this stuff. Now this is not on a burner, but when it's all done I'm going to put it on the stove and I'm going to bring it to a boil for about 3 to 5 minutes. Then I'm going to cool it all the way down. I might even throw in a couple of cups of ice to help chill it down some. And then I'm going to put it in the refrigerator until it's nice and cold. Then I'm going to put my capon in there. And what is a capon? Well, it's a big chicken. It's actually a rooster that's been castrated that really tastes delicious. That's a whole nother show. This one here is just to show you the brine, but I'm actually going to make 2 videos out of this. This video will be just about the brine, and this will also be within the capon recipe as well. Now I've seen them chop up onions. I'm going to put a great big red onion in here. But I see them chop up onions and they say, well, we're just going to throw the skin in and all. Why? I don't know. So you got to fish it out later? I don't know. These are beautiful. I took the skin off the outside. Nice big red onion. I chopped it in half and then I just chopped real big slices. And I'm going to put in 2 lemons and 2 oranges in here. Now a lot of people use orange juice and some people just put in the oranges. So I'm going to split the difference. I'm going to squeeze a little bit of each one of these in here, but not all of the juice. That way some of it stays within the orange itself. Just kind of, that way I'm getting orange juice and oranges at the same time. And I'm going to do the same thing with my lemons. Now this looks like quite a bit, but this is only 2 oranges and 2 lemons that I've quartered up. I'm going to squeeze them in there. And we're also going to put in, almost done here, we're also going to put in 1 cup of brown sugar. You can use light brown sugar, dark brown sugar, doesn't make any difference to me. Just put a cup of it in there. Let's get to stirring this again. Wow, what a brine. It just smells wonderful. Now I love ginger And I hate to slice all the outside of the ginger root off, so I didn't. I just cubed it up. This is just ginger root cut up into pieces, and it still has the skin on the outside of it. I know I was complaining about the onions. I guess I shouldn't complain about this. But I'm just going to put in about a cup of ginger root, cubed up, about the size of a dime. Put that in there. Then I'm going to put in some rosemary and thyme, and let's see what all I got here. I got thyme, sage, and rosemary, and not very much. I'm only going to put in a few sprigs of each one of them. Sometimes you get carried away with that, and here's what I like. When you go to the store now, you don't have to grow it, you don't have to do any of that stuff. You can get it in neat little packets just hanging in Kroger. So if you're a newbie at cooking, just go get them right here. They're just hanging right on the shelf. Wonderful. We got 7 cloves here. I love the smell of cloves. I put 7 in there because it's a lucky number. I'll get this all happening. Now you can stop right here and bring it to a boil, and that's your brine. And once you get your cold bird rinsed off real good and you put it in a container, I put it in like either a 5-gallon pail, or I've actually got a square kind of pail at the house here and downstairs that I use just for brining. And I got that pail from Walmart in their bakery section, and they had frosting in it. And so it's a food safe material, which I really love. And I said you can kind of stop right here, or you can do what I like to do. Pour in some pure maple syrup. Don't use Mrs. Butterworth's or any of that nasty stuff. And you only need about 1/4 cup of pure maple syrup and about 1/4 cup, let's see if I can get this open. There we go. And about 1/4 cup of nice honey. Now I'm telling you, I'm going to put all these ingredients in the description box below, and that's it. Stir it up real good. We're going to put it on the stove, bring it to a boil for 3 to 5 minutes. Then we're going to cool it all the way down, and you can put whatever you want in there, a chicken, a duck, turkey, anything. Now once you put the bird in, breast down in the bucket, and remember you put it in breast down to begin with, make sure you fill the cavity as well, pour all your brine on top of it, and if you don't have enough, put water, just pure cold water, ice water, until your bird is completely submerged. Leave him in there from 6 to 24 hours. Now if you leave it over 24 hours, it can get kind of salty, but this really makes a wonderful brine. Alright, Sheila had me move this pot ahead a little bit because she said that's so pretty, you got to show that to everybody down in there. But that's all our ingredients, and don't be afraid to stir this quite a bit to make sure your brown sugar and salt is really dissolved. But man, what a brine to put your bird in. Boy, there you have it. That's our brine for chicken, turkey, whatever you want to put in there. Brine it for 8 to 24 hours. The more you brine it, remember it's going to get a little more salty, but it's got some sweet, it's got some heat, a little bit of syrup in there, some honey, spices, herbs, citrus. It's all in this little pot right here, and we can't wait to plunk our little turkey in there and put him in the smoker after about 8 to 24 hours of brining. Hope it works out great for you, and I hope this recipe is some help to someone who's been looking for a great brine. Here's our little shotgun red face is going to pop up over here in a little bit. That's what you click on to subscribe to the channel. I'll add another recipe over here. But either way, is this the best brine that you've ever had for your turkey or chicken? Boy, if it ain't, it ought to be. This is Steve Hall in Nashville, Tennessee, along with Pretty Miss Sheila. Thank you, Sheila.
You're welcome. Great
job on the camera. Saying we'll see you next time. And this is how we brine a chicken or turkey, this stuff right here.